been a huge part of this year. Like, it's just been so challenging, like being active and playing 4 games and then not, and like not feeling the best, and then like frustrated of like how hard I worked in the off season, and then like all I do is rehab and like continue to do this process, and just like trying to trust that the best I can. And obviously there's really frustrating days.
What occurs if the WNBA's Golden Goose is injured and the league acts as though nothing is wrong? Caitlin Clark just spoke out during a conversation with Subbard. Additionally, this is the most thorough public explanation she has ever given regarding her injury issues. She discussed, for the first time, the psychological toll of being thrown into Game 30 without any preparation, and how that experience altered her understanding of what her wounded teammates had been going through the entire time. She talked about how difficult it was to watch from the sidelines as the league's audience drastically changed while she was away. She displays sensitivity in this interview, which exposes the personal expense as well as the unsettling truth of her worth to the WNBA. Do you believe that the WNBA should improve player protection or alter officiating? Please let us know below. Come on, let's go.
There's days where like it's a little bit easier and like you're very, very motivated and like you're close to the finish line of getting back and being back, and then like it's not like I have a training camp to like build up to like playing my first game again. It's like, no, like you're tossed into Game 30, like go try to play well. Like it's hard, like it really is. And I think it has given me really good perspective on like what a lot of my teammates and people that teams I've been a part of, like certain people have had to go through. Like I've never been through anything like this.
Clark's injury problems started early and came as a shock, making her face a reality she had never experienced in her basketball career. The preseason injury to the left quad was only the start of what would turn out to be a season-defining obstacle. From May 28th to June 10th, she missed 5 games due to a tightness in her left quad. After that, she had a left groin injury that kept her out of action for 4 games during the regular season and the Commissioner Cup final, which took place from June 26th to July 5th. The last straw in a season of stop-and-go play that put her mental fortitude to the test more than any physical difficulty she had encountered was the right groin ailment that had kept her out since July 15th.
And I think that's probably why it's been so hard, because like I've never really dealt with injury, and that's probably been a challenge in itself, because like when I first like was feeling pain, like I didn't understand it. Like I didn't know. I was like, am I just tight? Like, am I just getting old? Do I need to hit a stretch? Do I need to get like a little rubbed out? Do I need some icy hot? Like what's going on here? So I think it's been a balance of like understanding my body. And I know like, whether it's this year, whether it's next year, and even throughout my career, I'm going to be very thankful for this moment.
She was aided by the uncertainty in unexpected ways. This person, who never missed a collegiate game, is now facing the demanding physical demands of professional basketball. In her interview with Subbard, Clark gave an excellent account of the encounter. I don't have a training camp, really. You are placed in Game 30. No typical ramp-ups. When you return to the court, just have faith in your body and hope it holds together. The most painful aspect of the whole experience was her season's stop-and-go nature.
I think early on with the first couple injuries, I was like, oh, like I need to get back. But I think like my mom texted me like after this last injury, and like they know how hard it's been on me. But my mom was like, you've taken so much time for everybody else. Like you have to take time for yourself now. So just trying to do that the best I can too.
During this hardship, her mother's heartfelt text struck a new chord. You have devoted a great deal of time to everyone else. Now is the time to take care of yourself. Clark had never felt the weight of such words before. Basketball was no longer the only reason for the urgency to get back immediately. It was about learning to put her own well-being ahead of what other people thought she should do. This event signaled a shift in her perspective of her position and duties.
Viewership and ticket sales are like up across the WNBA, and then and they're also, when you don't play, there's a dip, like a substantial dip. So how does it impact your patience? You know what I mean? Like you're coming back from this injury and you know this, everybody knows this, that when you play that changes.
Yeah.
I guess the better question is, how are you like managing it so it doesn't impact your patience?
However, the data showed the uncomfortable reality of her worth to the league. It's obvious that the fever improved when she was available. Compared to their problems without Clark, When the squad has 9 wins and 9 losses, their winning percentage was substantially higher while Clark was on the court, going 8 wins and 5 loses. During her absences, television ratings and attendance both declined. As a WNBA highlight, the May 17th Sky Fever game drew about 2.5 million viewers, while subsequent games without Clark and other stars averaged closer to 1.5 million on ABC. Without its main scorer and playmaker, the squad found itself battling for a postseason spot. Due to injuries on the roster, the Fever even experienced periods when they had just 9 players available during certain windows when league regulations prohibited instant hardship signings.
Definitely been hard.
Yeah.
Well, like, I'm going to go to every road game no matter what, like whether I'm playing or not. Like, and it's hard because obviously I do feel this like responsibility of like being out there and playing, and like, not that I like think there's like a fear of any of this ever going away. Like, that doesn't happen when like LeBron or Steph get hurt. Like, they're always going to be there.
No,
like,
you'll be back.
Yeah, exactly. So, but like, you do want to play. Like, you want to give people something to cheer about or scream about, or, you know, people spend so much time and money and resources to come and watch you play.
Her empathy for injured teammates grew as a result of this event, which also made it clear how much the league relied on her. The Fever's offensive strategy became predictable in the absence of her explosive scoring and court vision. Her companions were forced to take on tasks for which they were unprepared. Every game she missed made the team's 5th place standing feel more vulnerable. However, Clark's silence over these difficulties was about to end in ways that would surprise everyone.
It's been cool to like see people continue to show up, and like for my teammates, whether they're like fans of the Fever or just fans of myself, like they're continuing to show up and support. And like, that's why I've been trying to take as much time as I can. Like, I sign autographs for way longer when I'm hurt than when I'm active.
Yeah.
So, that's never something I like wish for, but like, you know, I still want to make as much time as I can for people and, you know, give them something that they can remember. And
League management were in a panic when Clark and Sue Bird's talk took an unexpected turn. Everyone was surprised by the aspect of her leadership that she showed in her open moments concerning officiating. Sue Bird questioned Clark about her sideline coaching during the games she was unable to attend because of an injury. Clark's answer was blazing. Before throwing the fatal punch, she grinned and stated that she was more concerned about coaching the referees. "I'd be a good referee. I wouldn't overlook a call." Like a direct challenge to league headquarters, the comments lingered in the atmosphere.
We've all seen you on the sideline, quote unquote, coaching. What do you think?
More so coaching the refs.
Yeah.
This wasn't only a casual jest made by an irate player. Clark's remark came during a heated season when refereeing was a hot topic among league players. Players and coaches had previously discussed consistency problems in public, with some teammates even subject to fines for their criticism. Her timing made it impossible to write off the comment as lighthearted banter.
I feel like I would be a really good ref, though, from the side.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't miss the call.
Backseat reffing.
Since Clark is now one of the WNBA's most popular players, the league takes her criticism very seriously. She was obviously not only griping about calls that didn't go her way because of the manner she delivered it, which combined passion and comedy. The critique has merit because of her basketball IQ. She had done cinematic studies. She was aware of the appearance of fouls. She had a deeper understanding of contact and positioning than the majority of players in the league. She was seen as more than just a player because of her readiness to voice her concerns about apparent inconsistencies. Clark wants to have an impact on the actual game. Sitting on the sidelines, she had witnessed calls go against her colleagues. She observed trends in the way that games were officiated. This candid opinion was inspired by her rookie season experiences with hard fouls and what she saw as cheap shots.
I think the most challenging part of like all this, so obviously I have the first injury and I sit out 4 games and then I come back and I play really well.
Yeah.
And I feel really good. And like even this begin the year, like I played great. Like I started the year really good. Like I felt really great. Like my numbers were great. I was shooting the ball well. And then I get hurt and it's like, okay, like you gotta get healthy, whatever. You're like, I'm gonna do whatever I can, you know, to get back to what I was doing and whatever, feel good.
The subtle remark was part of a broader trend of annoyance that had been growing around the league. For years, Players had been complaining about erratic officiating. Clark used her position and platform to voice those concerns. League bosses were alarmed to see their top star openly criticize the caliber of refereeing. The WNBA couldn't ignore Clark's direct challenge to their referees, but they also couldn't afford to alienate her. Her critique of officiating, however, just touched the surface of a far more she had been living through a horrible world. She received physical abuse that was significantly worse than typical newbie treatment, and the effects were becoming apparent. Something concerning about the way the league's biggest star was treated on the court was made clear by Clark's rookie season the previous year and her second season this year. This went beyond simply getting used to playing basketball professionally. It was about enduring a degree of physicality that seemed methodical and intimate. There were difficulties in every game that went well beyond typical defensive pressure.
What was the biggest adjustment out of all of that?
I think just how much I was getting pressured. Like, it was just like constant full court. And also, I think as the season went on, like, that chilled out as much. Like, it's hard to like want to do that an entire season. Like, teams like, you don't want to pick up 94 feet the entire season. Like, that's just hard.
Many onlookers, including Clark, thought the degree of physicality she encountered was exceptionally high. The unrelenting strategies, continuous full court pressure, traps, and angle forcing employed by her opponents altered her appearance and accelerated wear and tear. Clark talked about being under continual full court pressure, which was a sign of systematic targeting that went beyond typical rookie care. Teaching a novice the physicality of professional basketball was not the goal here. Instead of using skill-based defense, teams came up with unique ways to restrict her influence through physical pressure and tiredness.
Looking back on your rookie year, it's, everybody's picking you up full court, trying to tire you out.
For sure.
Not let you get anything easy. They're physical with you. They're pushing you right. Everyone knows you like to go left. So now teams, you already talked about in college, they didn't really do that as much. You're getting trapped. All the things.
When comparing how rival teams addressed Clark to other rookies, it becomes evident how purposeful this treatment was. Her distinct shooting prowess and court vision made her a prime target for forceful defensive tactics. Teams weren't merely attempting to prevent her from scoring goals. Throughout entire games, they attempted to physically break her down. Clark acknowledged that she had never experienced anything like this before and that her injury experience was unlike anything she had ever dealt with. Seeing her present injury issues brought home the sharp contrast between WNBA physicality and collegiate protection.
So I think that's been like the hardest part, has just been like the stop and go of everything. Like, and also like with the type of injuries that I've dealt with, like there's no real, it's not like 6 weeks. All right, you're coming back for the Connecticut Sun game on August
all about how you
30th
feel in the moment.
Or whatever. It's like, how do you feel? Like, and even like when I have been back, like, I don't know how I'm going to feel the next day after playing, like when you're dealing with like these type of injuries. So I think just like the patience of dealing with all of that and giving myself a lot of grace and just trying to be the best teammate I can.
The stop-and-go season and her occurring soft tissue problems in her groin and quad have raised questions about whether celebrities are receiving the necessary protection. Some calls and non-alls have been openly questioned by Clark and his teammates. She has expressed her disapproval of what she believes to be inconsistent officiating both on and off the field. According to her, the cumulative toll was unheard of in college. The league's approach to striking a balance between player safety and physical play is called into doubt by Clark's account. Unsettling concerns regarding league priorities are raised by the pattern of unprotected play when their golden goose continues to sustain injuries. Her readiness to talk about these incidents marks a sea change in how the biggest player in the game handles her personal safety. Clark was finally speaking out about these difficulties, and her candid remarks had the power to completely alter the situation.
I think that's also been really good for me too, is like when I do go out before games and like sign autographs and like see all the young kids or fans or whoever's come to the games, like it just like gives me a really good perspective on everything and maybe gives me a little bit of motivation and just being thankful for everything that I have, and very thankful for like my fans and just the fans of the WNBA, of like how they can constantly continue to support and truly just want the best for me too at the end of the day. I think that's something that's really cool.
The conversation was altered by Clark's open interview. The focus changed from highlights and statistics to player health, officiating, and the league's support system for its top players. Her candid remarks about difficulties set a new benchmark for player activism that the WNBA can no longer overlook. Players like Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hall, and Sophie Cunningham have stepped up when it counts most, and the Fever have managed to stay afloat during her absences, hovering around playoff place. When she returns completely well, there is genuine hope because of her team's tenacity and her newly discovered candor about difficulties. Do you believe that changes should be made to the WNBA, officiating, or more player protection? Please let us know below. Turn on all notifications, like, and subscribe to ensure you don't miss anything. We'll see you in the next video. Click the video on the screen.